Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I really wanted to do this video because this year I sat down and really thought about and nutted out my 2018 goals, and it just felt so good, and I just wanted to share sort of the process on how I did it. Personally, I think when you have goals, it just gives you such direction. It helps you focus on like the important things. So in this day and age, there's so much through social media and on the internet. So just having a goal in mind really helps you sort of like drown out the noise and focus what is important to you. It also helps you build self-confidence and self-belief, because when you are progressing and reaching a goal, you feel so good about yourself and you feel like you've accomplished something. Also, having a goal increases your odds of success. So I actually read a statistic and it said that people who write down their goals are 42% more likely, I can't believe I remembered that, to achieve them than people who don't write them down. Then further to that, people who tell their friends are 78% more likely to achieve their goals. So that's crazy. I think it's so important. Have a goal, write it down, get some direction for the year. Also, it's so motivating. Like, I don't know about you, but when I have a goal, I'm so much more motivated to like wake up in the morning. I'm just going to explain to you the process I went through, and I'm also going to give you an example of one of my goals. So the first thing I did was go through the SMART principles. So you go through and you need to check, is your goal specific? Is it measurable? Is it attainable? Is it relevant? And do you have a time frame? So my goal is to have 50,000 subscribers on YouTube in 6 months, so by June. So let's go through the SMART principles and apply it to my goal. So is it specific? It's very specific. There's a number involved. You want to be specific. You can't be vague. Like, if your goal is to get fit this year, you need to be way more specific. Like, is it to get stronger and, you know, do an 80 kilogram squat? That's one of my goals. Or, you know, is it to run 10 kilometers not stopping? That was like one of my past goals. The next thing you need to check is it measurable? So my goal is a number and there's a time frame, so it's very measurable. So you want a goal that you can actually measure your success. Otherwise, how are you going to know if you reached it? The next thing you want to ask yourself is your goal attainable? So obviously you want to have, like, you want to dream big and have big goals, but they still need to be realistic in a way. Like, if you break it down, could you actually do it? Like, it might be super hard and challenging, which is what you want, but you want it to be somewhat attainable. So personally for me, 50,000 is quite a lot on YouTube, since I've been on YouTube for like 6 months and I'm only on 13K. So 50,000 is probably like, I don't want to tell myself I'm not going to do it, but you know, it's not definitely going to happen. If I was to say 30, like, that would probably happen. It's something that is challenging. If I work hard enough and if I really put the passion that I know I can, I think I can reach 50K subscribers. So the next thing you want to do is see if your goal is relevant. So you really want to think about what is important to you, your values. So I've said this before, but I'm super passionate about YouTube. So my day job is I'm a law grad. It's quite theory based, not creative. So YouTube for me is super creative, and I feel like I need the creative outlet. So having a goal that's related to YouTube and having that creative outlet is super relevant for me to stay sane. So yes, definitely ticking that relevant box. So the last one is time. So I've put 6 months. So just make sure you have a time frame so you can measure if you can reach your goals, and it just makes it more specific, more focused in. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so now that we've gone through the SMART principles, then I go through my next sort of process, which is just how to actually attain that goal. So really breaking it down. So again, I'm going to use my YouTube goal as an example. So I'm writing down my goal to reach 50,000 subscribers on YouTube by June. So next, you want to write some key progress points before you actually reach that goal. 30,000 subscribers by April. I don't know if that really makes sense. Let's just put in 20,000 subscribers for the end of February. So that's just an example, but basically you just want to write this down, because even if you don't achieve your big goal at the end, by having these like steps towards the way, and when you've reached them, you'll feel so good about yourself. And even if you don't reach a goal, but you reach some of these like smaller steps, it's still an achievement and you can still feel good about yourself, and just know that you're going in the right direction. So I think it's super important to have these small little goals under it. Under that, you need to write the things that you need to do to actually get to your goal. For example, mine, you'll think mine are quite silly, but I'm just going to tell you guys anyway. So I know my like editing skills are not the best. Sometimes they're just not that great. So I've said to focus on my editing skills. So that means, for example, in my spare time, I've started looking up YouTube videos on how to edit better in Final Cut Pro. That's the program I use. So that's just something that I could do, which I think could help my channel. Another one is to make sure I'm creating at least 1 to 2 content pieces every single week, and also to be consistent on the day that you are uploading. I know I actually haven't been that consistent, so I do like to do like Sunday, Monday, so I'm gonna try and be more consistent on the day I'm uploading. Another one is I really need, I don't know if you guys notice this, but I kind of have like a speech impediment, like obviously nothing dramatic, but I don't know if you notice, but sometimes like I like just don't finish my words, and it's like bad. So like sometimes I just don't finish my words, and I'm also a bit dyslexic, so I just get things like jumbled up. So I've actually started focusing on and doing some stuff to help my speech, which I think will help if people can actually understand what I'm saying. Another thing is to make sure, and this is my biggest thing, and that is to make sure I keep my content real and organic. Something I pride myself on and told myself when I started my channel is it would be completely me. So completely raw, real, organic. Personally, I'm drawn to other YouTubers who you can tell they're being so authentic. That's one of my big values and something that I think will help me grow. So I've written that down. The last thing I do is just write a bit of a reward, what I'm gonna get when I reach my goal. So for me personally, because it's a YouTube goal, I've said to myself, I'm gonna treat myself to like a new really good quality camera, and that just sort of gives you an incentive to reach that goal and yeah, achieve it. Anyway guys, that's it. So that's just my little process of going through my goals for 2018. Also, another thing that I like to do with my goals is to have a visual board. So I actually usually do my vision board on like Pinterest. So I just like have like a private folder, and I will just pin my favorite photos, like photos that represent some of my goals. This year I've actually printed them out and put them on a board. I will show you guys. These aren't like just my 2018 goals. This vision board is more envisioning the life I want, like people getting married, because me and Tim are getting married this year. Just like a really nice house, some wardrobe, nice things, some cute quotes, the Maldives, because we're going to the Maldives this year. Just like a cool car I want, a hot chick with a banging body. So I think it's so important to have your specific goals, write them down like I did with that YouTube goal, but then I have a vision board that I'm gonna hang up on my wall behind me just to keep me motivated, driven, and focused. Anyway guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really supports my channel and it helps me get to my 2018 goal.